everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Liv's Thoughts. I don't know if this microphone is working, but I'm praying to God, because last time I tried to film in the park, it was a literal disaster, and I took down the video within 20 minutes because someone left such an awful comment about how bad the video sounded, and I said, sorry my guy. But we're in the park again, and today we're going to talk about how to stop being so god dang lazy. You're actually not lazy. The system is just pitted against you to make you lazy. Just starting there, I don't want you to think that I'm calling you lazy for doom scrolling, or I don't want you to think I'm calling you lazy for wanting to lay in your bed, because the world that we live in nowadays is hard, and the time that we do have alone, we want to be spent relaxing. And I think that we are tricked into believing that being on your phone and laying in bed is ideal for relaxing, when that's just not true. You're just rotting your brain and you're making yourself, more stupid. And the only reason I wanted to make this video is because this is something that I am doing right now, and I'm trying to implement into my life, aka why I'm at the park in the morning, and aka why I just read on my walk. But let yourself get outside sometimes. I think that being able, and I know that sometimes it's too snowy or like too cold or too hot, there's a lot of different variables for not being able to be out in the outdoors, but going for a walk is, in my opinion, such an awesome step to unlazify yourself. Like, literally getting the habit of going on walks every day is such an awesome way to like kick yourself into gear for not being so in your bed doom scrolling on your phone, going to bed super early, or like being up super late. Like, it's such a great step to take. Go on a walk. Like, promise you, go on a walk. If you're someone that enjoys reading, or you want to get into reading, I highly recommend picking up a book and walking with a book and reading while you walk, because number one, this makes your reading go by so much faster in your brain, and number two, it makes your walk go by so much faster. So if you're someone that doesn't like walking, let's work on that first. But great way to kind of like speed up that walk, because sometimes I don't really want to go on a walk, but I'm doing it because I know I need to, or if I didn't get enough steps in for the day, like I know I need to go on a walk to get those steps in. And it's not always the most fun thing, so like make it enjoyable for yourself. If that's listening to a podcast, try to listen to a podcast. But the thing with stuff like that is, like, we don't want to be listening to brain rot podcasts. And I don't mean to call anyone out, but most comedy podcasts or like drama podcasts, stop filling your brain with nonsense like that all the time. Listen to something educational. Listen to literal frequency music. Like, there's frequencies you can just listen to, like it's like spot music pretty much. There's so many other things you could be listening to. Switch it up. Go for a 20-minute walk. 20 minutes, don't worry. For 20 minutes, don't worry about the outside world. Worry about your little walk you're going on. Because at the end of the day, like, the stuff that's actually happening in our world with like reality and like reality TV and like Love Island and all this stuff, it doesn't matter. It's not going to affect your life in the next year, like I promise you. So take a break away from it. Your health is going to affect you in the next year, so focus on that. The second thing that I highly recommend doing is, in the morning, don't go on your phone right away. This is like I really have a problem with, and this is again why I'm on my walk this morning, because I'm trying to stop letting myself fall into the habits and like switch it with something else. When you wake up, it's okay to check social media. Like, I think that like checking your notifications is very different than like going on Instagram and just scrolling, but try to create a habit where you're not checking Instagram and TikTok and being on there for an hour and a half before you actually get up out of bed. And that's going to be my third tip. Get up out of bed when you wake up. 15 minutes max. Don't lay in your bed for more than 15 minutes, because what's going to happen is you are going to start the day on a lazy note. You're starting the day with pure brain rot, doom scrolling. You can be 45 and still doom scrolling and consuming brain rot. There's no age limit to brain rot. Brain rot, in my opinion, is anything on Instagram Reels, whether it is informative or completely useless. you are consuming stuff that probably is not going to impact your life at all. Most people's For You pages or Explore pages are not full of, I'm going to insert actually a picture of my Explore page right here. I love to fill my brain with like very not knowledgeable things, but I like to like learn stuff, like I like to learn stuff. But if you look at my social media does not reflect that. So like most of us, I can guarantee you, bro, the flies are so bad over here right now. Most of us, I can guarantee you, your social media is pretty like brain rotty. So let's just take a minute away from that. We don't need to be on it all the time. My last tip, no, I'll give 5 tips. My 4th tip today is find something else to replace that bad habit with, whether that is making a craft. And I'm going to make someone recommended that they want me to make like some more creative videos, and so I literally think I'm gonna do a craft tutorial on something that I think is really cool. It's a surprise, so just wait till we get there, but I think I'm gonna do a tutorial and talk like while we do the tutorial, so I can give you guys ideas of what I mean when I say do crafts that are simple and easy and don't take that much brain effort but still require you to be creative and not be on your phone. When we replace these bad habits and replace them with good habits, it kind of encourages you to do that in more areas of your life, rather than like just one. So like when you start to make positive change, it is so motivating when you really get into it and like you see positive change happening. When you feel motivated, use that motivation to help you start the new thing, to like the new habit. Like once you get into one habit and your motivation is high and you're feeling like, wow, I just stopped doom scrolling every single morning and now I'm reading a book. Okay, let's pair that book with a cup of tea and a walk. You know what I mean? Like once you get that first one down, when you're feeling a little bit motivated, add the next step in. That's how it works. And you're never gonna motivation does run out, and there's days that are hard, but motivation never runs out when you're always adding on top and making yourself better. It's like those building blocks we started with that I talked about in overcomplicating our life. We need to build the foundational blocks, and once you build those, you gain momentum and you gain motivation because you're seeing your life positively change. Then you add on top. It's pretty simple how it works, but it's just complicated to actually implement into your life and hard to implement into your life. It's not easy. That's the thing, is like if it's easy, everyone would do it. It's so true, but it's doable. I promise you, everyone can do it. Just not everyone wants to do it, and that's the issue. And then 5th thing, that is my tip. My 5th thing that is a tip is read more. I know I already talked about reading this morning and I'm really on it, and it's just because I have a book near me, I think, so it's just like heavy in my brain right now. But read, dude. Like some of us, I made a video about this on TikTok that kind of blew up, talking about how Gen Alpha is like genuinely stupid. Sorry, Gen Alpha, if you're watching this video, but I work at a summer camp and it's just like some of the kids, dude, like I had a 7-year-old yesterday not know how to tie his shoes. And I said, dude, have you not learned? And he goes, no, my parents just never taught me. You're 7 and you don't know how to tie your shoe. Every 5 minutes, come like, Liv, can you tie my shoe? Oh my gosh. So like, it's just little things like that is really nerve-wracking for the younger generation, but I don't think that the older generations are rid of stupidity, because we are also pretty stupid and will believe literally anything. Look at all the boomers believing everything they see on Facebook with AI. Like, there is so many things that we are just like kind of stupid to the fact of. And so if you can learn better vocabulary, if you can learn through reading, if you can learn how to not entertain yourself with your phone, you're gonna be happier, dude. Like, you get dopamine from reading. It's like when reading clicks for you and you find that this is television in your head, it's the best thing ever. Like, I remember the last series I read, it was 4 books. I have never flown through 4 books so fast in my entire life. Max, it took like 3 days to finish a book that were 500 pages. Like, you had to take that book away from me. And I had, my screen time over those few weeks was like 4 hours on my phone, because I wouldn't spend time on my phone. I was reading a book because the book was what I cared about. And like, I don't want to say learn anything from the book, but I learned how to like reading, and I learned how to I learned my ability, and I learned that I could actually read, because before I thought I couldn't read. Like, I knew I could, but I was like, I hate reading. I don't like reading. It was just because I never tried. And I think a lot of Americans, sorry, I think we can all say the same. We're not good at reading. We don't like to read. It like hurts. It like gives me a headache when I read. No, you just haven't read anything you liked. Everyone likes reading. Promise you. There's a book for everyone out there. It may be boring at first, but once you get into it, no stopping you, I promise. But yeah, those are just a few ways to unlazify yourself. I don't even think that's a word, but I just made it up. Unlazify with Liv. Anyways, there is a form down below linked in the description if you have any video ideas. If you have any book recommendations, please get them to me. I would love books I like, and things I really enjoy reading. Mysteries, love them. Murder mysteries, love them. Drama, love drama, I love it. Or informative. I really appreciate a self-help book. They're very nice self-improvement books. I want to learn more, so drop them below. And then also, I think I'm going to start making some more vlogs. Yeah, I think I'm going to. It's just really hard to film sometimes. I forget to film. I'll have my phone sitting somewhere and I won't film anything, or my phone will almost be dead, so I don't film. I need to get a camera. That's what I need. Should I start a GoFundMe for a camera for Liv? This economy, man, it's stopping me from getting a microphone and a camera. LA, so expensive. Also, fun little fact, I got approved for my apartment in Austin, Texas. If you didn't know, I'm moving to Austin, Texas in September, and I'm gonna live alone, and I have a washer and dryer in my unit. So exciting. It's so exciting. And there's a park across from my house. I'm literally so excited. But yeah, that was just a little update of Liv's life. My last month in LA, it's August 1st. This is it. 31 more days here. 31. That's insane. I'm a little bit nervous. I'm literally leaving my entire life here. I'm not bringing anyone. I'm moving I've never been to Austin. I'm moving without knowing anyone. Pray for me. All right. Peace, love, and happiness. Love you guys as always, and I will talk to you later. Bye.